this is your class live recording for comparing and contrasting the film and the text for To Kill a Mockingbird. This project does ask you to do an oral report. I'm also giving you the option of writing an essay. For some folks, an essay is just easier than having to call or record an oral report, so you do have that option. Remember, either way, your project needs to focus on the theme of moral courage, so specifically we'll probably be looking at Atticus quite a bit for this project, and some of the other characters who exhibit moral courage. For those of you who are looking for the film, I would be shocked if you couldn't get it at the public library. Otherwise, Amazon has it. This is just me checking today. You can get it for $7.70. You can stream it for $10. You could probably get it on Apple also for probably $10. So keep that in mind, that there are options for getting a copy. I cannot get you one, I'm sorry, but like I said, Amazon, the library, definitely should have it. So, if you're electing to complete an oral report, make notes during the film. Don't just watch it and think you'll remember. Take notes. When are we seeing the characters exhibit moral complexity? Review your notes when you finish watching the film and you're ready to do your oral report, and compare them to the text. How do these two compare? Remember, the way that a film and a book are going to portray these items is going to be completely differently, and it talks about this in your assignment about comparing some of the scenes in there, how different they are, just the words that they use and the ordering that things happen in. Prepare your report. Make notes. Write a script. Heaven have mercy, please don't wing this. And you can call and give your report, or you can record it and send. I believe it's called Audio Cloud or something similar, but there are lots of audio recording devices as long as you have a microphone or a headset, or even as long as your computer has a webcam. You'll be able to record audio and video, and you can even send me a video that you've uploaded to YouTube and set to private, then send it on over to me, so the world doesn't get to see your oral report, but you do have options for how you deliver, so phone call, audio recording, video recording. If you need help with any of those items, let me know. I'm kind of a technology wizard, so I will be here to help. If you elect to write an essay, again, make notes during the film, find the corresponding scene in the text, and compare those scenes. So I would say pick 3 that demonstrate moral complexity very well, and then compare those 3 scenes. You will be writing a 5-paragraph essay, so that's why I'm saying pick 3 scenes, because that'll be your body paragraphs. You'll have your intro paragraph, your body paragraphs, and your concluding paragraph. If you need more help on writing a 5-paragraph essay, let me know. I've got videos for that also. And remember, we're focusing on moral complexity. So what are these kind of moral gray areas that Atticus and Scout and Jem are living in? And Maycomb also, the city. What are these kind of grayish, complex areas that they're living in? And how do those items compare in the film versus the book? Some things to keep in mind. Movies and text are inherently different. Movies have to be much faster. You'll notice in the film that the Yules get introduced much earlier. We don't really see them until the trial starts, but he's introduced incredibly early and just kind of keeps popping up, so you get this kind of creepy, foreboding feeling about him, and that helps build up some tension and suspense, which is necessary for a movie to keep you interested, but not so much for a book, since we're getting all these other stories that are happening. Themes are revealed differently. Texts, since they are so much longer, have a lot more time to slowly flesh out their themes and develop them, whereas a movie only has 2 hours to kind of smack you in the face with it. So keep that in mind. And your project should really reflect this. When you're talking about moral complexity as a theme, it's not going to become obvious right away in a text that we're going to talk about moral complexity and how every issue can be morally complex. How do we treat Boo Radley? That's a morally complex issue. How do we take care of the Tom Robinson issue? That's a morally complex issue. So your project should reflect how the text versus the film handle these kind of themes. My recommendations for projects, no matter which project you're doing: practice. If you'll be doing your oral report, don't just record it once and wing it and hope for the best. do a run-through. Do 2 run-throughs. Perform for your folks, your friends, whatever. Other teachers, I'm sure, would be happy to listen and give you notes. If you will be writing your essay, please reread it. Reread it out loud. That is going to save you so much heartache when you turn an essay and get some some negative criticism about grammar, spelling, run-ons, and that sort of thing. Just read it out loud, and you'll catch a lot of that stuff. Make direct references to characters. Don't just say, well, the characters really go through a rough time. Yeah, who? Who goes through a rough time? Obviously, all of our characters are going through a rough time, but let's talk specifics. What's rough that's happening to Jem? What's rough that's happening to Dill? Don't be general. Be specific and detailed. Use quotes. Give evidence. One of the things that breaks my heart is when a student has written really a brilliant essay, but there's not a single quote from the text. And I can't give you a perfect score, even though really you deserve one if you had added those quotes. So make sure you use quotes in both your oral report and your essay if you're doing an essay. This means you will have to go back to the text and look for those scenes and pull out direct quotes. This is why having notes during your oral report is important, so you know what the exact quote was. Remember to mention your title and author in both your projects. And I think that's all I've got for you. So if you've got questions, concerns about this project or how to complete any element of it, give me a shout. Otherwise, I will be seeing you in class.